Hello everyone and welcome to Flowers on the Breath, hosted by me, Donald Barrymore. What is making me so hungry for pizza? Yum. My Corona, you'll be wearing the crown, Caleb. Go get them. Hook 'em. No, today, okay, we're gonna go quickly into my narcissistic self. No. Look, I'm just trying to look nice for you. That's it. Pretend it's an audio broadcast, because that's what it's about. Everyone's doing such great things. You see, we're going much deeper in the forest. Really cool. Really cool. As we go deeper in the forest, okay, spoilers, Paris is Patsy Ann. Now, her sister, and I forget the name, one or two choices. Alex Cooper, who's already in the Forever Friends production, or Nicole Richie, because I'm looking for that energy, okay? And there's got to be a little bit of an age difference. Her age difference, okay, this is, again, me explaining the seamless seam from page to stage. She's in real life, I think, it's about a 20-year difference. Okay, that's great, but the spirit I'm looking for is because she's the older sister, and she's showing the young one the ropes, etc., all the way around the world. Okay, still not married. Don't worry about the ages, but okay, I'm just saying, a little bit older sister is Paris. Okay, so now either of the pairings will work, no problem, because more importantly than that. And the sister role is, as far as I've seen, not the lead scene. Okay, she is. Paris is as Patsy Ann, just like Estelle is not really a lead scene. So that's why the choice. That's it. We made our choice. We're moving on. So that's why you see me going into the rest of the cast. So Patsy Ann is set up. Now the energy is what I'm looking for. The energy between her and Nicole Richie, the energy between her and Alex Cooper is pretty much the same. It's essentially the same. So it is gonna come down to a choice for that, and I need to come to that choice quickly so we can start rounding this out. To the other elements, you've seen that I've already started putting in Fargo, and I'm not going to stop the broadcast, but there are other people around. This is really generally a union broadcaster, even though it's public. Okay. On the topic of writing voices, why am I making voices? Who am I, Robin Williams? No, but I was the piano guy for the Competitors in Chicago, so I'm kind of keen to that improv style. Yeah, and I would love to, and I am continuing on that improv style. For people telling me not comedy, look, I'm not going to stop writing. I'll put it out there, and believe me, I'm keeping it safe and family friendly. So I mean, believe me, it's Spielberg style comedy, okay, and the comedy that he should be writing. It is, and I see what they were talking about with Meet the Parents. The amazing stuff, and I kind of see what he's. But you know what? Not really. Challenge. Let's go challenge. I'm always keeping it in check. Always keeping it in check. Look at Chris Rock and how he flipped it around for Fargo. Okay, and that's all that stuff's going to continue. So there's no spoilers. Next, I'm going to put the timeline together, but I'm going to show you all the movies and timelines. It'll be a matrix of how all these things come together. I may use AI to help me fill in blanks, but just for that part, to say what happened in history at this time accurately, etc., to fill in those extra blanks, only to go much quicker, because there's so much to be done. And when I say that, I've explained it to Carol as the Prelude Plus, and what in the previous broadcast is the Prelude Plus. Anyway, back to the voices. Okay, it's easy for me to write here. I want to write Brooklyn style. John Delaney, here's my character. You know about the word costumes. What's a word costume? We'll go through it quickly. It's just like Mike Myers. Did you have one? I forget what his were. Okay, but mine for a lot of them, it's hey guys. Here's Charlie Sheen. Hey guys, it's me, Charlie Sheen. The second I get into that voice, it's not just that. Here's the flowers on the breath. What are the flowers on the breath? flowers on the breath are extra vocal colorings that due to the teeth, and I've had the liberty of experimenting with to make different sounds, all involving breathing, all actually from previous studies of tantric breathing and all kinds of stuff. But don't worry about that. Get into your word costume so you could, because of all the costumes that I'm encouraging and guiding towards, okay, is the word costume is one. The head costume is a different. The heart costume is another one. And then comes the actual script, the actual costumes. You see, I got the flannel on just for you guys. Love it. Thanks, Mom. Always love your parents. You know why? Because they're watching me. All right, back to this. So now, it's easy for me to write that sheen, okay? Alan, what are we having for dinner? Is it another seagull? Look at, can we do some pigeon today? Instantly, okay? So now I can do that for Sheen. I can do it for my word costume for Joe Pesci is my Cherie Amour. My Cherie Amour. Once I do that, I know where my mouth is and where I have to go. Okay. Am I doing this on a stage? Well, I guess this stage, but it's not for that purpose. That's for me to quickly write. What do you mean, Lenny? Are you beeping at me, huh? You beeping at me? Beep, beep, oh, hey, you're my neighbor. How's it going, buddy? Do I make you pizza? Do I make you pizza on Sunday, or you make me pizza? You like flatbread? Instantly. You see what I'm saying? To be silly, or because all the voices are in my head, I guess, I'm going this part of my method. We're going to go back into the method real quickly. I'm trying to keep this brief. Okay, that's my word costume, but it's not just that. That's me as a method writer, and pretty much helping define what is method writer and for what purpose. The purpose is to do it accurately and to go quickly. It really helps. It really helps me, okay? Plus all the music stuff for decades. Okay, it all comes together. How cool. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Okay, so now, with those same word costumes, great, no problem. It's hard for me, just like that other scene with John, Beth, and Tate, okay, in that little scene. But you see, that was a different kind of writing. It was two types of writing at once. It was a cognitive writing, and there's great magic in that scene, because in order to do that, just like I took down that little bit of luck, guys, if you're going this deep, because that was from 11 years ago, I knew. Every time I go in, it's like you're going in, it's Richard Dreyfuss jumping in the Shark Tank, for real. You're going in because you want to go in. You're going in because you want to go in and do that. I wanted to, and each and every time. But you see, the problem with that was that there was streaming. Here, at least, with recording it like this, if something happens like that at the beginning of the broadcast, Mom enjoyed the whole thing. She was crying at the end too, and I felt so bad because I'm that deep into it. But okay, again, you're not going to run on the baseball field in front of the ball as it's being pitched. Please don't, okay? I've learned so much, and I can share so much with that, okay? But there's nothing wrong with that. That was an apology to everyone. But okay, it was a great performance, and I'm going to do something different with it. I may play live against that part, editing it out, because it's such a jam. And that leads to the Fargo thing. It's a different version of Caravan. I forget the guy's name. I may just put it out just like that. Anyway. Look, I'm not over-explaining. Every part of this, every detail is what makes movie magic. That's it, and you guys know this, and gals too. All right, back to the writing. So now, what I'm going to do, just is Smallville's got it. Go Smallville. Smallville's got it. They're reversing the roles, as I've asked. Was it Lois or Lana or whoever, and you flip them around for your love interest in this. Okay, I've already decided that Tom Welling is Papa Stariano, and the new character is Frank Nitti. Okay, but that's my as Nitty's adopted secret son, Mr. Rosenbaum. Okay. But, you see, now here's where I get to really dig into a huge backstory. Spoilers, okay? It's Driving Mr. Gatsby featuring Jack Nicholson. So, for me to write Nicholson, okay, I've got to adopt the voice. Yep, you saw the quick little baby spoiler out there with the three of them, with DiCaprio and Wahlberg. Okay, because following the Lucas playbook, following anyone's playbook, Oh, Don's looking at that cast energy, collective cast energy from whatever, Casino Royale, this pairing, like a gourmet dinner. That's right, that absolutely. Same thing with Smallville, this pairing. But for these purposes, directing it as such, you see, it's so unique. I mean, I'm not even worried about what that is. I'm worried about how this energy is coming together, and everyone sees that it is, okay? Now, those little parts, and it started with me in that little trio, that here's what it is, that this is Nicholson, okay, as the driver for Gatsby, and all of that. Here's me writing the prequel for Fitzgerald, okay, on behalf of Amblin Entertainment. It's all covered. The prequel is all of these events take place, or what we're going to put into my Prelude Plus. Here's the plus, okay, is that Nicholson is the driver for Gatsby. He's also in with Wolfstein. All that takes, or if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. All that takes place before the movie The Great Gatsby, the Baz Luhrmann version. You see what I'm saying? So this way we can get into all that gangster and stuff. Plus, Nicholson, will be a key figure also all the way to Chicago, adding in all that stuff. You see how we can fill in the blanks. That's why, in order to do that, great, the script is there, that's one thing. All this other stuff to color it in, and this is where we're going beforehand. Man, each one of these could be its own series, and you know that, okay? So all the work that I do to put it in, to navigate and share with others, like Peaky Blinders, to say here's what's going on, it involves other people, and as a former programmer, and the Ellisons were laughing at this in a nice way when I was talking about B-Tree databases. Okay, you gotta be a little techie too. Anyway, in order for me to write Nicholson, I cannot do it. Okay, I just showed you. Here's Donald Barrymore. That's the key for me. That's my Patterson Redmayne flip, because I can write it. If he says it is Jack, his Jack version, okay, his color and everything, that's fine. I'm just gonna put my spin, his spin on it, but those words, like instead of Mr. Gatsby would like to see you this evening at 7. Do you have a tux, sir? Oh yeah, he would like to also buy the entire lot of your special bears. You know which ones. Hard for me to do. Okay, great. That I can somewhat believably tell myself that in writing, but that's a sheen with a lift off is what I got to take off my voice to do it. But I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it enough to write it. See? So rather than taking all that extra time to do it for that, okay, it does need. This is the Departed style, following who did that for the Departed. That he said, can you write me a better character? Here is that better character. Wow, okay, and I even wrote it in that, okay, here's the programming part, is programmers always leave a back door, that there's a little part of the program that you can get back in to fix things or whatever. Here, my back door is a narrative back door, okay, that allow for that, okay, because based on the timeline and that's the most key thing, the actual historical timeline, when most of these things are going on, I can weave in these things, plus then bring in the meta, okay, of, wow, could that have been, could that have been Jake from Chinatown's father, or was it Jake and then he had some fake accident that he faked out because he knew the right plastic surgeon at that time, okay, paid him off, and boom, here's a face change, and now he's Jake in Chinatown. You see what I'm saying? To get away from all of that now is a new identity, is what I'm trying to write, okay? But before that, and if that happens, then it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, okay? But that's what I'm going for. But no matter what, I'm bringing in that whole Gatsby line with Wolfstein because it goes all the way to Chicago, and now adds to the fun everywhere. Everything expands because of that, and because of this. There were 3 key fixes that I had to put in. So thanks for letting me share all. Keep working on your floating gestalts, which is great. And did you see, Paris and her BBA Academy She's got a full degree given out to people, including men. Wow, how inclusional. Hey, let's enjoy the day, okay? Bears win. Come on, let's do it.